What's up, Laker land? Welcome back to the channel for your live daily Laker news. We got one half of the Laker land staff in the building, Seven and Hank. Salute to the purple and gold, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Did the Lakers backdoor LeBron and Anthony Davis? We got to talk about that. Top of discussion here on the channel. Also, Kobe Bryant. Did he get robbed of MVP? We gonna have an interesting conversation, Hank and myself, about Kobe being Bryant. And we also got to talk about the short-term future of the Lakers. We got the NBA draft coming up in a couple weeks. And there are a couple of names that have definitely been ringing in conversations of being picked up by the Los Angeles Lakers, man. Seven Mitchell and Hank in the building. Hank, how you feeling, brother?
Oh man, doing good, doing good.
I want to get things started off, man. I definitely want to talk about this whole LeBron, Anthony Davis, Coach Hurley, this whole situation. To me, I haven't even spoke to you really like that since this whole news came down yesterday. But first things first, I want to start off with this story. I want you to hear. I know you got a lot of respect for Kobe Bryant. I don't know specifically where you rank Kobe Bryant all time, but I want you to listen to this clip. And when we come back from listening to this clip, I got a question for you, Hank, and a question for Lakers land.
Phil was like, listen, let him do what he do in the fourth quarter. And once I made that decision, I was like, and then because like the first three quarters, give me the fucking ball, let me do what I'm going to do, let me get us in the penalty, and then because I'm not a great free throw shooter, fourth quarter, I'll step back and you do what you do. And we did that. And, he sacrificed. He did, because he did all those finals where he helped me win a championship, he damn sure could have easily got finals MVP, but that was our plan. Big dog, you eat for the first three, and the fourth, I take over. And my
Wow, interesting take from the Diesel. So, when we've had conversations about Kobe Bryant being the greatest of all times or even being in the discussion, it's always been the topic of discussion about the accolades. Shaquille O'Neal has pretty much revealed that, if it wasn't for the system, what Phil Jackson put together, how he put together, accolade wise, Kobe's resume could be even greater than what it is. With what you just heard, Hank, from Shaquille O'Neal himself, should this possibly rank Kobe higher than some people already have him?
Well, I already got him up there. I think that, obviously other people don't. This is kind of known if you've listened to Kobe interviews in the past. He's kind of told you this stuff. Shaq is just kind of confirming it.
But Kobe can't. Kobe can't. I'm not calling Kobe a liar, but Kobe can't confirm that type of story for me because it's coming from him. He's the victim, so I don't want to hear that from Kobe. I needed somebody else to co-sign that, and for it to be Shaquille O'Neal, the guy who
Right.
won the 3 Finals MVPs, that kind of blew my mind. I was like, "Whoa, really?"
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
if Kobe would have gotten 3 Finals MVPs, right? I mean, hypothetically, or 5 out of the 6, I really think that changes a conversation, bro. When we're talking about Kobe Bryant,
yeah, definitely. He's obviously, to me, he's great. But he, like I said, he's spoken on this before. Shaq has lightly spoke on it, but of course, they kind of had a little beef, so he wouldn't spill too much as they've gotten patched their relationship up. Now, of course, with him passing, he's telling a little bit more. But yeah, if you've heard little things in the past, Shaq has mentioned like when he say they in practice and Kobe wouldn't pass the ball, but he's basically let him know how much of an alpha he was and that he was a great player. He's been saying stuff about Kobe, but to say that this part that hey that he could have been MVP just shows you his level of greatness and the faith that Shaq had in him as well.
and the system, it worked. I mean, they won championships, right? But could that be part of the reason of the disdain between Kobe and Phil at the beginning of their situation? Could when you look at it now in hindsight, like Shaq said, Kobe did sacrifice, and he realistic when you look at Kobe's overall body of work right now. If you would have put those at Finals MVPs under his belt, we would have been talking about Shaq different, and we would have been talking about Kobe different. Phil Jackson was really in control of that.
Right. Phil was managing the egos, and also if you gave the whole thing to Kobe, pretty much how effective would Shaq have been, and would it have changed the dynamic of their winning? Doesn't mean they wouldn't win games, but would they have won championships?
Three
You
in a
know,
row at that. Right,
right.
right, right, right.
So it's a
Understood.
little different dynamic.
Understood. I can definitely respect that. But just the interesting thing, Laker Land, I wanted to get y'all perspective as well. What do y'all think about Shaquille O'Neal speaking on Kobe Bryant, how he sacrificed really because of the system for those three finals that the Shaquille O'Neal got the MVP? Said Kobe could have
Yeah.
all in fact got those finals MVPs. And I know one thing, and you know I love LeBron, but if Kobe Bryant would have had three more finals MVPs on his belt along with what he has, you can't put LeBron above him. You might not can put Michael above. He might surpass Michael with that.
Yeah, the only thing that would get him was the league MVP stuff. People going to add that up too.
But but you know that addition, doesn't it enhance the
Oh yeah,
conversation
it
just a
definitely
little bit? At least
enhanced
in
it.
barbershop,
Absolutely.
it definitely enhanced the conversation. So
But I do want to say this too, that they both needed each other. Shaq and
fact.
Kobe was a great blend, one of the best duos I've ever seen. They, if you want to say Michael and Pippen, Shaq and Kobe's right up there with them.
Which was the best year for Shaq and Kobe? Out of the three winning championship years, which was the best? Do you think was it the first,
I
second, or
always
third?
like that first one for some reason. The
Would
first
you
one was
put
special.
Would you put Shaq and Kobe of 20? What was that? 2000?
2000, I believe it's 2000.
Would you put Shaq and Kobe of 2000 versus LeBron and AD of 2020?
Yeah,
2-on-2, who
absolutely,
winning?
absolutely. I think that I don't think AD can do nothing with Shaq, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's nasty.
He gonna be able to
Yeah,
do nothing with him.
man.
That's MVP Shaq right there. And I think that just edges it out.
Yeah, that's a fact. I ain't mad at that. All right, man. Lakerland, let's get to the next topic of discussion here on the Lakerland Daily News. I want to talk about, man, did the Lakers backdoor Bron and AD with this decision to offer Coach Dan Hurley of the Yukon Huskies $100 million over 8 years? Hank, you and I haven't really talked since this whole news came down the pipeline. Just everybody should know by now, if you wasn't under a rock, the Lakers yesterday, they met with Coach Hurley, and then later on that evening, the reports came out that they offered him around an 8-year, $100 million contract to be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, they had reports, Hank, that LeBron kind of gave them his blessing indirectly. But there was also conversation said before that LeBron wasn't going to be involved either way. And then we also don't know if Anthony Davis bought into this decision. Are you surprised to not see one of the stars co-sign this move or potential move already? Or was it just too early?
I'm sure behind the scenes they're passing some information on to these gentlemen. They're two big name superstars. I just feel like we talked about it a little bit off camera. Like I feel like it's media manipulation. The Lakers are just in the news ever since they've got eliminated. Every single game, every single round, the Lakers have been a topic of discussion, including LeBron, including the Lakers. I just, Hurley being thrown into this mix out of nowhere is kind of wild. It helps him, and it also helps the Lakers being in the news because it helps him if he goes back to UConn, up
Right.
that money up. Then he goes to the LA, it gives them boost in the media and keeps their name relevant. So it's a crazy situation. And the thing is, can it all be like maybe he's the coach and JJ will be the assistant, or what's going on? How are they going to do this?
So you think the JJ Redick experiment is still a possibility? You think this really could be all smoke and mirrors?
Mm-hmm. I think the JJ could possibly be an assistant coach on that staff if Hurley takes it.
Oh, really? I mean, I never thought about that. This came out of left field, and
It did.
I really think that Coach Hurley could help maybe the stars of this team. I know he can potentially help the young guys, but what about LeBron and AD? I'm sorry. That's who you need to be catering to. 2 years left for LeBron, 4 years for AD. Those should be the decision makers. You shouldn't be focused on some Rui and Max Christie and all that. I mean, I know that's the supporting cast. You cannot win without a supporting cast, but it starts
Well,
from the foundation.
well, is this their Eric Spoelstra or Brad Stevens hire?
It could be.
Right.
And I believe that Jeannie and Rob is definitely going to give him enough time. I mean, look, they just opened the checkbook. They offered this dude 8 years.
Mhm.
So my issue isn't with him at all. And it's probably the right move. Like you brought up, two great coaches. You know what I'm saying? So it could work for the Lakers,
Right.
but I don't see how it works for the guys who still want to win now. You know, you're basically closing the window definitely on LeBron.
Well, not necessarily. Like for instance, Brad Stevens came in smoking. So did Spoelstra. So you put a great staff behind them. Maybe bring in JJ and a couple other coaches that have league experience. And again, like the 2020 Lakers, look, that staff was loaded with great coaches.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that LeBron feel like he still got something to prove in this league?
No, they already said it backhanded. I mean, back channel that they don't really. He said it publicly. Honestly, he's even said it. He feel his legacy is set. He said that when he came here, he got another championship, and then his clutch sports partner said that LeBron is just got to relax at this point. He's already proven what he needs to prove.
But what I don't understand is what makes you think that LeBron would cater to this coaching style of Coach Hurley. Coach Hurley make these guys practice hard, run up and down. Like, do you think that LeBron is going to buy into that, or are we going to have the Diva James, Diva Anthony Davis, who feel like because they are who they are, they don't need to follow these types of rules on a day to day? Because he's going to bring it. He's trying to groom young guys. So the push, the drive, everything is going to be different. And I'm not saying that LeBron and Anthony Davis should have to go through those same rigors, but you are part of the team. It's everybody has to sacrifice, and this is what you sign up for. I don't know if LeBron and AD just going to sit back for and accept that.
However, however Udonis Haslam and them guys was doing it in Miami when they got older is the same way LeBron are doing LA. Those guys are, they build a heat culture down there. Pat Riley is the same way. He works them guys out. So I think that LeBron and them will do the same thing over for the Lakers to show team camaraderie and leadership. But of course, they're not going to be stupid. Hurley and the staff is going to make sure LeBron and AD and anybody that's elder on that team doesn't get hurt from over-usage.
Lakerland, I'm gonna say it again. I need documented proof that LeBron and Anthony Davis is okay with this decision. That's all I need, because something just doesn't feel right, Hank, about this. And let me ask you, forget LeBron.
Right.
Hypothetically, if Anthony Davis did not buy, because we don't even know if AD brought in on JJ Redick.
Right.
Remember, he worked with Borrego a little bit, who was also a candidate for this job. What if Anthony Davis didn't buy into this decision?
Then you're going to be hearing more stories about him getting traded to Chicago, which had been rumblings for the last couple of seasons anyway in the background.
So what we would be expecting as Lakers nation, Laker land in the next 2 years would be a LeBron retirement and an Anthony Davis trade request out of LA. That's what you basically saying?
Back home to Chicago. He's already said he don't mind playing back home. He said that publicly.
But look what happens to the team.
Yeah, it's all about what you get, though. And he's still young enough and talented enough where you can get a nice package. It just has to be, you got to get the right package for him.
Well, that I guess goes into our last topic of discussion that we got here on Lakers Daily News here on Lakerland. Yesterday, reports also came out that the Lakers will not use their 17th pick on Bronny James in the first round of this upcoming draft in a couple of weeks. They have the 17th and the 55th pick. There's definitely been rumblings that they could pick up Eddy at 17 and hypothetically, if available, Bronny at the 55th pick.
Yes.
Like, let's just play fantasy real quick. Does what does that look like for you for the Lakers if they was to pick up Eddy and Bronny this draft?
I mean, it's a perfect scenario,
You
especially
think so?
if you're trying to keep Bronny. Eddy, I mean, I know people are with the 3-point generation, but Eddy is a 7-foot monster. And alongside AD, you don't think that would help?
That's well. See, Hank, this is why you're here on Lakerland, because you have to break down to the people who is just automatically feel like dude is just going to be a big old bust. How does it work for this system? You know, because that's what it boils down to. How does it look with him being paired with AD?
Right. Well, we got to see what the new system is going to be with the new coach, obviously. But within this new culture of spreading the floor, Lakers play big, and especially with the roster that they have. They don't have a lot of shooters, so they got to go to their strengths. And then AD, you don't really want him playing the 5 like that. You put him at the 4 where he can stretch the floor even more at that 4 position. And let Eddy control that paint. And when the AD is down there, well, help side, they're dominant. They'll look pretty good. It's kind of, I guess, sort of like Minnesota looked most of the year with Gobert and Rudy.
But do you think that this guy Eddy will clog the lane up? Is he slow?
I think he will. I think he'll clog it up. Of course, he got to get used to. He's a rookie, so he's going to get used to the pro game. But I think that he'll, especially with the team, he's in a perfect situation with another big, where he's not going to be expected too much of himself. He's just going to be able to develop into what they need for the system. Basically, just clog, get rebounds, and catch, from LeBron or whoever else, with D'Lo. If we still got D'Lo, some lobs to him and clean up the paint.
Who goes? If Eddy comes into LA, eventually someone is going to go. We got Jackson Hayes. We got Jared Vanderbilt. We got Christian Wood, who just re-signed, opted back in. Somebody eventually is going to be parting ways when we talk about those guys specifically. Who's more likely to bounce?
You said Jackson Hayes, and what was the other person?
Vando, and Christian Wood. Those are the guys who pretty much play that 4 or 5 position for the Lakers team. You bring in Eddy.
I mean, do they have to go though?
Yeah, because that if they were shooters, if those guys were making baskets, maybe not.
Christian can shoot when he's healthy.
Yeah, but I think that I don't know. It's weird because it just seemed like they taking up space in a sense. To me, you're right. I think they could be useful, but because maybe it's because of Darvin Ham. Maybe if another coach comes in and can put people at their true positions and different things. So maybe it was Darvin Ham. Maybe it was that.
They definitely got to get some more shooting. They have to address the shooting this off season rather. And AD has said publicly that he wants to keep the team intact, including bringing D'Lo back.
I mean, I'm gonna be real, Hank. To me, there's not I don't want to be disrespectful, but there's not a lot of box office talent coming out of the draft this year.
No, it's not. So
the Lakers, you could get a pass drafting for headlines more or less than talent. So I'm good with that, but just don't do nothing stupid like using the 17th pick for Bronny James. That's just ridiculous.
Now, Eddy, how many years has he played in college? He's a pretty seasoned collegiate athlete, if I'm not mistaken.
He might be 4 or 5 in, if I'm not mistaken.
So he's coming in well trained, well coached. That's how they used to do it back in the day.
But he's coming in, his style of play, the way he's played isn't the same. I mean, he plays more like Joker. He don't like, I don't think he like play outside like that. So
he's a true center. He's a true center. But I mean, what the Lakers kind of need that. We've been saying what the Lakers need, like a Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee or something, and you're getting a young version that we missed. What is it? We traded Zubac. We talked about that earlier, that they would have kept Zubac. You get somebody that's younger. He's going to come in almost like I always say, with guys that stay 4 or 5 years are better than rookies because they got time to kind of, especially in a big time program, They usually come in more seasoned. So, we'll see how it turns out. But I think he'll be a solid rookie for the Lakers. Especially with the draft not being as deep.
Yeah, man, I think the Lakers really could get a pass, just drafting off of storylines. I'm still not sold that Bronny is ready, but it's going to be interesting. We got a couple weeks away. But yeah, man, Laker Land, y'all let us know what y'all think about Eddy and Bronny being added possibly to this team. Mr. 81 say the Lakers should go after Missy from Baylor. Yeah, but my thing about that is I feel like the Lakers will win if they was to get him and Eddy, not him and LeBron, not him and Bronny. And I don't think the chances of them being able to get Missy and Eddy is not going to happen.
Here's the whole wrench in the game. What if LeBron leaves anyway? How's this all look?
If he was auditioning JJ Reddick, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, yo, something doesn't feel right. What if he was auditioning, doing this pardon for JJ Reddick for this job, and the Lakers, the organization backdoored him and went there to, and do you blame the Lakers for targeting the future of the team? Let me ask you
No,
that.
it's their team. It's their team. It's not LeBron's team. It isn't even like it's not even like they drafted him like Cleveland did, and they feel some type of allegiance, so to speak, like Kobe. I think they would do a lot more for Kobe or Magic because they were drafted here. He came here as a free agent. He's a great all-time player, but there's going to be some things that you're just not going to do because they got to think about the future of the team when he leaves and when he retires.
Some will argue LeBron has already laid at least me. I'll speak for myself. I will argue that some will say that he's helped lay the foundation for the future by getting Anthony Davis under uniform and under contract.
I mean, in some ways, yes, but at the same token, he came because of LeBron. So when LeBron leaves, and especially if they start losing, is he going to be a disgruntled big man and want to leave? So you kind of not, it's kind of not the future. You still have to get rid of him.
This is why I said Lakerland, I need some confirmation that Anthony Davis and LeBron, especially AD, I need some confirmation that he's good with Coach Hurley. Because I ain't really heard much at all about JJ Reddick. Anthony Davis spoke on Rondo coaching.
Yeah, that was
publicly.
another candidate. And like I say, didn't I just say it might be maybe that's the super staff. Maybe it's Hurley, Reddick, Rondo, and maybe some type of other veteran coach on that bench.
Man, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. All right, Lakerland, we are about to sign off with your daily Laker news, but y'all let us know about these stories for today. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the Lakerland channel. Don't forget to become a member as well of the channel. We got exclusive members only content, perks, prizes, and giveaways. Become a member today. Support the channel for only 99 cents. Also, do remember, I believe, what's game 2 tomorrow, the NBA Finals?
No, I think that's tonight, actually.
It's tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I think that's tonight.
Game 2 tonight. Jesus Christ. I thought they played tomorrow.
Well, I think they're going every other day like it should be, besides the days.
No, they got 2 days. I think they got 2 days in between.
NBA
I really
Finals.
think. Double check.
Game 2, 8 p.m.
June 8th or June 9th?
Okay, yeah, Sunday, June 9th.
Tomorrow. Got you. All right.
Gotcha.
So tomorrow we will be locked in with the watch party in our Lakerland room. So make sure y'all come on over to playback.tv/Lakerland to check out game 2 of the NBA Finals between the Celtics.
I'm about to go old school, 7. Stop all this damn rest and play every other day. That's some soft sauce. That's some soft sauce. Them guys playing every other day. Them 2001 Lakers and all that. They ain't no damn rest.
It's a fact. That's the Diva League. All right, guys. Out of here, Seven, Mitchell, and Hank. Shout out to the rest of the team, BA and Cole. Y'all stay safe. Subscribe, hit that like button. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace.
Peace.